mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. Mode of goodness in Sanskrit, what it is called? What is the term in Sanskrit, if you know? Huh? No, mode of goodness. Sattva guna. Yes. And mode of passion? Rajaguna. And the mode of ignorance? Tamaguna. So we are searching for happiness in these three modes in the material nature. Because the Lord Krishna has created this material nature, and the three modes, mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance, is in control of the living entities in this material world. That gives rise to whatever level you are falling. If you act in the mode of goodness, then you get a body in the mode of goodness. If you act in the mode of passion, you get a body in the mode of passion. And you act in the mode of ignorance, then you get your body in the mode of ignorance. Trying to search for happiness. All of us are searching for happiness. Even Lord Brahma, right in the beginning of creation, when he was born on the lotus flower, I'm not going to elaborate, he was born on the lotus flower coming out from the navel of Lord Vishnu. It was very dark, and he was just thinking, where am I and what am I going to do? You know? And he didn't know what to do. And then he saw that there's a huge ocean, but he couldn't see the Lord, because the lotus flower is also huge, but he could see the water. And on the water, there was this word that came, tapa, tapa, tapa. Then he knew himself, I must do some austerity. So that is why Lord Brahma sat for many thousands of years and he did austerity. And like I said, he met the Lord. The Lord appeared to him face to face. Remember me telling you? Huh?
Yes.
He came face to face with the Lord. The Lord appeared in front of him and he actually shook hands with Lord Brahma. Now, how nice it would be if you want to shake hands with Krishna. But we have to practice. Even you can become Brahma in one life, do you know? Do you know that? You can even become Lord Shiva in some life, like that, but not Lord Vishnu. You cannot become Lord Vishnu. You can become a Brahma, you can become a Shiva also. Depends on your activity. You can rise above and take that position. You know? But devotees don't want that, even that position. You know? Just like Dhruva Maharaj, I told you the story, that he wanted a place because of vengeance of his stepmother, who did not allow him to sit on the lap of his father, the king. And he became very vengeful. And he said why he wants a planet, a place greater than even his grandfather. And who was his grandfather? Lord Brahma. Not even greater than his father was a king in the royal palace. He said he wants something not of that, he wants something even greater than his father's father. That is Lord Brahma. And then his mother sent him to the forest to perform tapasya. 5-year-old boy. And there he was performing tapasya through Narada Muni, you know. And after 6 months, very short time that is, he never meditated for thousands of years, just 6 months. Because of his austerity so powerful, Lord Vishnu appeared to him. Because when he was meditating within his heart, he saw the image of Lord Vishnu in his heart. And then after a while, the image disappeared. And when he opened his eye to see what happened, lo and behold, Lord Vishnu standing in front of him. He was shocked of his life. Can you imagine? if Lord Krishna or Vishnu come to stand in front of you, what would happen? You get a shock of your life, unexpected, like that. So Dhruva Maharaj was shocked, and he bowed down to the Lord, and the Lord touched him on the conch, and then he began to speak. 5-year-old boy, what they can speak, but he started speaking so intelligent words because the Lord's mercy touched him. The Lord has all the potency, He can give you that potency. So that is why we are very, very fortunate to be here in this Krishna consciousness movement. And it is by the mercy of who? Me. Never, not me. I can never do what Srila Prabhupada did. There are so many translations of Bhagavad Gita, you know that? Over 750 different types of Bhagavad Gita. But not one of them made any devotees. You know that? You know that? Not one of them made any devotees of Krishna. But when Prabhupada translated Bhagavad Gita as it is and went to America, and lo and behold, when he distributed, how many thousands became devotees of Lord Krishna? Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. That is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Because he is getting that benediction from Krishna to spread this mission of Krishna consciousness, to give love of Him to everyone. That is what the Lord wanted Srila Prabhupada to do. Give this love to everyone, because everyone is searching for love. But they are searching in the wrong place. They are not searching in the right place. You have to be surrendered to Krishna. You might be thinking that we are saying, why Krishna, 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 no one else. It's only Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No one else. How do we even know that? Because in Bhagavad Gita chapter 14 verse 4, what Krishna says to Arjuna? Any guess?
Give me divine eyes.
Huh?
Give me divine eyes.
No, not 14-4. Bija Prada Pita. What that means?
Oh,
What Bij means? Huh?
Father.
Yes. Give me a big hand, please. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 4 verse 14, I am the seed-giving father of all living entities. Every living entity, whether man or animal or even birds, beasts, trees, He is a seed-giving father. Even Lord Jesus, He is also the son of Krishna. Even Muhammad is the son of Krishna. But because of different levels, of different gunas, that is mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, you get those different levels of religion according to their modes. When they act in a certain mode, you take birth in a certain religious principles. All arranged by the Supreme Person of Godhead for you to advance. But the topmost is, you have come to Krishna consciousness. Now, just think of yourselves for a few moments. How fortunate all of your life. How fortunate. Not even going through all the lower levels, you came to the top level. So quickly, right on top, took to Krishna. Although you might not be perfect, but you took to Krishna consciousness. The Prabhupada gave an example. It's just like you get a 100-story building. Alright? So which way is faster? To go up the stairs or to take an elevator?
Take the elevator.
Obviously. You take the elevator and you are right there. So similarly, Krishna consciousness like that, you too can run round and round the stairs to reach right to the top, but by the time, God knows how tired you might be. But you take the elevator, you are gone. So Krishna consciousness is like that, it's like taking the elevator. Or you can start from the lower level, on the material platform, performing rituals and many other activities until you come to surrender to Krishna. Because Krishna says about Dharma. In the beginning he says he comes to reinstate Dharma. Isn't it? Lord Krishna says that Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanir Bhavati Bharata. Chapter 4, verse 7. Abhyutanam Dharmasya Tadatmanam Sri Jamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious principle, I appear to destroy the irreligious principles and give back religious principles, to set the law again. And in the chapter 4, verse 8, the reason Krishna appears is Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya tu duskritam. Dharma samarsthapanataya sambhavami yuga yuga. Dharma samarsthapanataya means to correct religion. But yet Krishna, right in the end, what does he say?
Surrender.
When he speaks the last verse in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 66.
Surrender.
Here he says he comes to reinstate religion. But there, chapter 18, verse 66, what Krishna says?
Give up all kind of religion.
Abandon.
How is that? What is wrong with Krishna? Is something wrong with him? He says abandon all varieties of religion. Sarva dharmam parityajam mam mekam saranam raja. In the beginning he says, must follow religious principles. He come right in the end, he said, give up all religious principles, abandon them and surrender unto me. I shall remove all sinful activities from you. How do you correlate that? How do you correlate that? Huh? Very contradicting statement Krishna is making. He's contradicting his own statement. One hand he says dharma, you must follow. The other hand he says, must give up dharma. Is Krishna speaking the right thing?
Yeah, don't follow our morality.
Is Krishna speaking the right thing?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes. Nothing to be afraid of. Never doubt Krishna. Because Krishna always speaks the truth. He is the absolute truth. Because even the absolute truth speaks lies too. But for his enjoyment. Like when he was there stealing maca, what he told his mother, not me.
Not him,
Huh?
he never steal the butter. Never steal.
Yes. He's a liar. But he's a truthful liar. He's the absolute truth. You enjoy Krishna's lies. But if you tell lies, will somebody enjoy it? Ask Jim will tell you that. He'll tell you. He doesn't like lies. Neither do I. You know? But Krishna's lies, we worship a liar. How wonderful that is. That is true love that we are searching for. Because Krishna's lies is truth. It saves everyone from danger of this material world. So therefore we are searching for happiness in these modes, and it is giving you what it is in these three modes. And I'm just going to read. Then if you want to add or criticize or comment, you can. I'm reading from chapter 18, verse 38, the perfection of renunciation. Text 37. Yattad agre vishameva pariname amrito pamam tatsukam satvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. Word for word translation, you can repeat after me. That which in the beginning may be just like poison, but at the end is just like nectar, and which awakens one to self-realization is said to be happiness in the mode of goodness. So that is what it is. Happiness in the mode of goodness is like poison in the beginning, but nectar at the end. Why? I'll give you some reasons why. Like spiritual life you all are following. It's like very miserable in the beginning, isn't it? Tell you to chant 16 rounds a day. Oh, I must do that now. In fact, it was 64 rounds a day. Do you know that? Actually, 64 rounds a day you're supposed to chant. That Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master set a standard. And then, when Srila Prabhupada was spreading his mission, he asked his disciples to chant 64 rounds, especially the American boys and girls when he went. But they started complaining. Prabhupada, we have so many things to do, we can't make it 64 rounds. And then Prabhupada, out of compassion, he's an acharya. He can change things for that circumstances to make it easier. He said, all right then, 32 rounds a day. So the devotees agreed and went back and tried, but they couldn't make it while doing the services, dressing the deities, cleaning the temple, going out on book distribution. That too was a bit too difficult. And they came and complained to Prabhupada when Prabhupada came to do some talk again. And they told him, 32 rounds is too much, Srila Prabhupada. Please do something for us. And Prabhupada being merciful and kind, Acharya, and the Lord will allow his devotee, a pure devotee of his, to do anything so that they can take to love of God. The Lord allows that for a pure devotee. So Prabhupada said, all right, 16 rounds daily and no less and no more. Everyone said, Jai Prabhupada. And they were very happy and they tried and they succeeded in chanting 16 rounds a day. So a perfect acharya like Srila Prabhupada can do that. You and I can't do that. That is the mercy of a pure devotee. So therefore, if you want happiness in the mode of goodness, it is sometimes very difficult. You have to get up now, winter, right? Started. Get up 4 o'clock in the morning. Huh? Do people get up 4 o'clock in the morning? Huh? Huh? That's very good. Give me a big hand, please. But I beat you. I get up 3 o'clock in the morning. That's daily. Not only now, another few days I will know. It's not like that. You have to be determined, sincere and serious to do that, Determination is very important. And very, very important more is enthusiasm to do what you want to do for Krishna consciousness, to love Krishna. So that is why sometimes it is difficult. That's why I say like poison in the beginning. But when you start practicing Krishna consciousness, now do you want to leave it? Huh? You never want to do that. You can do what you want to do to me. If you want to kill me, you can. You can kill this body. You can't kill me, the soul. But you cannot take the Krishna consciousness away from me. That's how it has become. Not that I am perfect yet. I am not perfected. But it will take me some time to perfect that. True love for Krishna. So that is why in the beginning it is like poison. Because you have to give up so many things, even eating habits. You have to give up, how I must give up all these things. Huh? When Prabhupada went to the United States, and for 1 year Prabhupada didn't say anything, and he let the devotees just practice however they can, and slowly started getting in. And Prabhupada said, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling. They were shocked, like, how do we do this? Is it really true? And of course, if you want to make spiritual advancement in spiritual life, you have to give up this. You have to give up this. It's no good we pretending and we cannot follow this principle. It's like that. Right? So therefore, spiritual life to take on in the beginning is very miserable. But at the end it becomes easy. It's so wonderful to practice Krishna consciousness, and that is a fact. It is a fact.
Actually,
They will tell you. Ask them if they will give it up.
actually,
It's a very old devotee,
yeah.
Brahman initiated.
People,
Ask them if they will ever give it up. No matter what happens. The most difficult thing can ever happen to you.
actually, people are eating meat, drinking, smoking, are actually sacrifice. They're sacrificing themselves.
Yes,
Other way, you're not sacrificing anything by adopting Krishna consciousness.
yes.
It's an actual truth.
You have to perform some austerities. In the beginning, that is why it is like poison. But at the end, it is like nectar. Text 38. Let me read the purport. In the pursuit of self-realization, one has to follow many rules and regulations to control the mind and the senses and to concentrate the mind on the self. All these procedures are very difficult, bitter like poison. But if one is successful in following the regulation and comes to the transcendental position, he begins to drink real nectar and he enjoys life. That is Krishna consciousness. At the end it is like nectar. Text 38. Vishayendriya samyogat yattadagre amrito pamam pariname visham eva tatsukam rajasam smirtam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, you can repeat after me. That happiness which is derived from contact of the senses with their objects and which appears like nectar at first, but poison at the end is said to be of the nature of passion. True or not true? Huh? We want to enjoy material life, right? We try enjoying, but at the end, we suffer, isn't it? We suffer birth, death, old age, and disease. Who's not going to go through this? Huh? Everyone, isn't it? So therefore, in the beginning, material life is like nectar in the beginning and poison at the end. But which one would you choose? Better to be like poison in the beginning and sweet at the end, or sweet in the beginning and bitter at the end? Which one would you choose? Huh? First one, of course. Never mind, it's like very bitter in the beginning to perform some austerities. In the end, you feel very pleasing, peaceful, loving. But in the mode of passion, when you want to enjoy your senses, God knows what happens. Sometimes even due to the opposite sex, when you have contact, you get all kinds of diseases. You know that, isn't it? You get many kinds of diseases, and they are treated for that. Those kinds of diseases, you know. They thought it was very nice in the beginning, huh? But it is very, very bitter. You have to pay the price. So therefore, acting in the mode of passion for happiness is not good. But acting in the mode of goodness, acting for happiness in the mode of goodness is very good. And then text 39, the last one. This is a very dangerous one. Yat agne chanu bande cha sukam mohanam atmana nindralasya pramadotham tattamasham udham ritam. You can repeat after me. And that happiness which is blind to self-realization, which is delusion from beginning
beginning
to end,
to the end,
and which
and which
arises from sleep,
sleep,
laziness,
laziness,
and illusion,
illusion,
is said to be
said to be
of the nature
the nature
of ignorance.
of ignorance.
Many people think, no, I will sleep till 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock. Sometimes I'm shocked. They even get up after lunch. You know what? Huh?
What of them?
Huh?
What?
So,
What of them do that?
yeah, he's quite correct. A lot of them do that. It is, but for me it's like shocking, you know, because I don't know how they do that. Sleep till that part of the time.
They're working night shift, bro.
Huh? That may be okay, we'll agree,
Netflix.
right? But if you're not night shift and you go and come and sleep at that time, and then after that you are lazy, not lazy on the material platform. On the material platform they will do so hard work to try to enjoy, but in the end they suffer, all right? You know what they are lazy in? What? Huh?
Spirituality.
Spiritual life. Give him a big hand, please. They are very lazy in spiritual life. You can see me sitting right here. How many people? Huh? That is the laziness. I can guarantee you. Therefore, I have to be very thankful for you to come here. We're talking nice Bhagavad Gita. And it's so good. Sitting outside here in this river, so fresh it is, you know. Like sitting in the forest where Lord Krishna was and speaking about Krishna. It's so wonderful, this whole arrangement. That's by Krishna's arrangement. So nevertheless, those people that are lazy in spiritual life, they suffer. You can see that, how they struggle in the material world. But if you are in spiritual life, you can even try chanting. Just chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, daily, and see what happens. Your life will become so pleasurable, nothing to worry. But not like this. I'm sure none of you want to be like this here, in this mode, you know, of ignorance. And they do what they want to do. They don't care, they can do anything. And that happiness which is blind to self-realization means they cannot understand the self. Who am I? You ask many people now, who are you? They don't even know. They tell you their names, and that is the unfortunate thing, you know. Nevertheless, Krishna consciousness, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, teaches everyone who they are, their rightful position, and allows them to engage in devotion to Krishna in the association of devotees. Then they come out of this illusory nature of ignorance and passion, and they rise to the mode of goodness. But higher than the mode of goodness, passion and ignorance, what is it? What is higher than that?
Pure goodness.
Huh?
Pure goodness.
Yeah, give him a big hand. Transcendental goodness or pure goodness. Not goodness alone. Goodness, passion and ignorance is still on the material platform. These are the three modes of material nature, three gunas. It's here in Bhagavad Gita. We'll go through those sections as you come, you'll learn about it. So these three modes is still on the material platform. You shall have to transcend these three modes. Mode of passion, mode of goodness, mode of passion and mode of ignorance. You have to transcend these modes and rise above to come to the level of transcendental goodness where you can practice Krishna consciousness. That's the beginning. To transcend these modes of material nature. And that is why my highest respect goes to all of you. You all have come to the topmost of the ladder, not the bottom ladder, part of the or rung of the ladder, where you can climb from the bottom, but it will take you time. It's a high place, you know. But you have took the highest step, big step to Krishna. And you all are indeed very, very fortunate. So give yourselves a big round of applause, please. Srila Prabhupada ki. So please continue like that and try to remember happiness. Whenever we want happiness, don't try to act on these modes. If you want real happiness, transcend this, come to Krishna consciousness. Somehow or the other. You might not feel it very easy in the beginning, like I said, it's bitter in the beginning. But eventually when you get used to it, it is so sweet. Because Krishna is sweetness himself. And there's a nice song, I can't sing it today. Aduram Madhuram means everything of Krishna is so sweet. Everything, his smile is sweet, his eyes is sweet, his ears is sweet, his nose is sweet, every part of him is sweet. That is Krishna, the Supreme Person of Godhead. He is sweetness personified. So therefore, if you want sweetness in your heart, love in your heart, you have to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Otherwise, you will never get that sweetness. Then only you can be in a relationship with Krishna. When you become purified, you can sit with Krishna, you can eat with Krishna, even take from his plate and eat. Like that. The cowherd boys take from Krishna's plate. Or sometimes they will eat something and they'll put in Krishna's mouth. You and I can't do that. Because he's a supreme Lord. When we offer the Lord, the deity form of the Lord, it's not different from Krishna. Krishna instructed that to Uddhava. Create a deity form of me and do offering and dress me properly. And I will appear in that deity form for you to get darshan. If those who are not qualified like you and me, when we go to the temple, that is why Prabhupada is so kind, he got deity worship, so that we can become attracted to Krishna. Take Krishna prasad with Krishna taste. We are very, very fortunate. Sometimes devotees fight for prasad. They want that. They are so greedy. There is a nice story like that. Do you know that? You know that story about prasad? Can I tell it very quickly? But I won't give you the full story. One time Narad Muni went to Vishnu, and he saw the Lord. He was eating and all that. And he wanted to taste that prasadam of the Lord. Now how does he get it? How does he get it? The only person can get it for him is Lakshmi Devi. Because Lakshmi is a consort of Narayan or Vishnu. She only, the wife, she can put a word for the husband. Like if you tell her, go take the husband. She can go like that. And he will be pacified. Oh, the wife is coming and telling. You know that. Husbands will be like that. And they'll say, okay, since you're telling my wife. So like that, Narada Muni thought of an idea. He went and asked Lakshmi Devi, I want to taste the prasad of Mahavishnu. Because before, you can never get any Mahaprasad. It is only through Narada Muni that you get Mahaprasad today. That was never shared with anyone. So Narada Muni went to Lakshmi Devi and he said, you know what, I want to taste some of that prasad of Lord Krishna. But she was now worried, Now this is a story. Now how am I to get it? But nevertheless, she said, don't worry, leave it to me, we will make a plan. So when Lord Vishnu was very nice, so Lakshmi Devi told Narayan or Vishnu, that certain thing that Narada Muni wants some of the prasad. Lord Vishnu looked at her first. He said, you have to give because he asked me, And then he looked at her and then he said, when I'm looking the other side, take it and give it to you. Like that. So that's what had happened. And Narada Muni took the prasad and he ate everything. And what happened to him? Lo and behold, he was dancing and jumping like a madman, going upside down and jumping because of what the Mahaprasad did to him. And he was dancing like that. Where did he think he would go? Where did he think he go to? He went to the abode of Lord Shiva. Then Lord Shiva thought, Narada Muni, I never saw you like this, in such joy and ecstasy. Please tell me what happened. I said, I got the prasad of Mahavishnu. Lord Shiva became so angry. He said, "You never think of me, think of me? Why don't you think of me?" He became very furious. When Lord Shiva becomes mad, he can do the Tandava Natyam, and dancing just like the whole universe is going to get destroyed. So you want to begin his dance. So, but he said, "But you must give me some prasad, something." But he said, "But where must I get it from?" He said, "But look in you, you might find something." So Narad Muni looked in his fingernail. There was one grain stuck in his fingernail. He took that grain and he gave Lord Shiva. And when Lord Shiva put that in his mouth, the way he started jumping and dancing, like the whole universe was coming down and getting destroyed. And who had to come to stop him? Who came? Who can only stop? Huh? The wife again. Parvati came. Lord Shiva's consort. She said, "What's the matter? Why are you doing like this? Like the end of the world is coming. Please stop." He said, "No, I can't." "What happened?" "I had some prasad, that small tiny grain from Narada Muni. And that is why I am in ecstasy of Lord Vishnu's prasad." Parvati became angry. "You couldn't save some for me?" And she burst out and then she said, she gave a curse. She actually cursed. She said, "From today onwards, the Mahaprasad of Lord Jagannath must be distributed to every living entity in the material world, and even to the animals in the material world will take the prasad of Lord Jagannath." So that is why prasadam is so important, that you offer Krishna and take Krishna prasad. It is not ordinary thing. It is not ordinary. And there are many different pastimes like that about prasad, like that. There's another story next time when I come. I will tell you about that. How when Lakshmi Devi was sent out of the house, of the abode, she went away, and nobody to cook for Lord Balaram and Krishna. And they thought they were very clever, they are the Lord. So they were stuck hungry. And they went looking everywhere to get food, they can't get food. Imagine the Lord, that's his pastime, And Lakshmi Devi was in somebody else's house cooking. And they happened to come there, and they even asked, for something to eat. But one thing they should not do, they must not go into that kitchen. Because who was there? Lakshmi Devi cooking. She was a cook for the Lord. So they said, "All right." So they went and sat inside there, and then the food, the bhog was dished after offering and all that. Lord Balaram and Krishna was eating. They said, "You know what? This is no ordinary food, because we know only one person can cook like this, and that is Lakshmi Devi." And then Lakshmi Devi walks out from inside there. She comes and stands in front of Balaram and Krishna, and Balaram and Krishna offer prayer to her, said, "Please, so sorry, forgive us, please come back and start cooking." So that's how Lakshmi Devi came back to their abode and started cooking for the Lord. This is a little pastime that I'm just sharing with you. So therefore, by hearing these kind of pastime, you can become purified. Your love can grow within your heart. You can develop love for Krishna, and eventually you will enjoy the loving pastime with Krishna in the spiritual world. You can feed Krishna, you can take food, you can take from Krishna's mouth and eat, you can jump on Krishna and sit like that. But you can't do that here in the material. You have to worship with awe and reverence. When you come to that highest level, you can play with Krishna as a person. Alright? So therefore try to act in the proper mode. I won't even advocate you to act in any of these three modes, even the mode of goodness. But in the beginning, you have to perform austerities. It will be difficult in the beginning, but it will become very easy at the end. But passion and ignorance, I would not ever ask you all to do that at all. I said, forget it. Don't even go anywhere near. You have to transcend this mode of goodness and come to transcendental goodness if you want to really be happy. So thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.